Are you thinking about buying or selling and just not sure if now is the right time to do it? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. Let's find out. How you guys doing? This is John and Josh with the Tayeb group, and we are back with another market update for Queens for the month of November 2021. So it might be cold outside, but guys, the market is freaking hot.
So looking at OneKey MLS for the month of November, there was a total of 5321 listings on the market, which is about 5% decrease from the same time last year. There was 1584 new listings on the market, which is about 20% increase from last year. There was 1045 new contracts on the market, which is 40% more from last year. And lastly, we had 854 new closings on the market, which is about 42% more than last year. On average, these homes were on the market for 81 days before closing.
So Josh, what do you think about the numbers? We can see that there's less homes up for sale. We got way more homes actually coming into the market, about 20% more in November compared to last year. And what's quite incredible, we got 40% more contracts and 42% more closings. Like, what do you see in the field? Do you see, are the offers competitive? Do people have to go still over the asking price? I know the rates, they've gone up, right? Is this affecting some buyers, or is it sort of pushing the buyers into action now mode?
So it's still pretty competitive. Offers are still going over asking price, but not by that much how we were previously seeing. So it kind of slowed down a little bit. I'm working with this one family, right? And I've been educating them through the entire process, and met with them on Zoom. They learned everything, how the market is going right now. And they've been looking for a while as well. They started looking before me actually, but I've been working with them for 6 months.
Wow,
and
6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. This home came on the market. They fell in love with it. We ran the numbers, and everything was perfect, fit their budget. So we jumped on it at a full price offer. They got the home off the market.
They got it.
They got it off the market.
And how long the home's been on the market before you guys signed the deal?
So that home has been on the market for 3 weeks.
About 21 days?
Yeah, about 21 days. So it was still roughly new. We just came in with a strong offer, got the job done for my buyer. I'm also, dealing with this other family, and the neighborhood that we're looking in, it's very, very competitive.
It's hot.
It's very, very hot, very competitive.
Everybody wants to be in there.
Everybody wants to be in there. Great schools, great neighborhood, very quiet. Everybody wants to be there. Now, I've seen probably, 12 homes with this buyer.
I've showed him 12 homes in person.
In person in that area. And with this area, it's either you get a semi-decent, good price, but it's going to need a lot of work, or you pay the price and it doesn't need that much work. So
it kind of makes sense, yeah. Right? Like, if you want to get a deal, there's some exchange in it, so you probably have to renovate that place.
Exactly. So we've seen 12 homes. We probably submitted an offer on 5 of them. We submitted an offer on, and for each offer, he keeps trying to get a deal. And I understand that everybody wants a deal. We didn't get it accepted on all 5 of them. We lost all 5, and those were all great homes for the family.
What's a deal, right? Is it getting the home a little bit cheaper? Or is it the deal you're just getting a home, maybe getting a bigger place in a better neighborhood? You stop paying the landlord's mortgage, nothing against the landlords, but maybe stop paying your mortgage, right? Versus, still keep on renting. So what's really a better deal for you?
For sure. With renting, you're throwing the money away. It's going into the landlord's pocket. When you buy a home, there's so many benefits that come with it. So the better deal, is to get that home off the market. You're gonna save more money in the long term. That monthly payment most likely will be less than what you're paying for rent as you're building equity.
Also, I want to do, I overheard your conversations today you had, with the listing agent actually for Nathan.
Yeah.
And I think there's a big difference, right? If the home it's fresh, we call it fresh, like a fresh bread, right? A fresh home, it just came onto the market. And I know you want to take the home off the market before they're actually going to have the first open house. Yeah. And I think the strategy, on that, it's very different than a strategy for a home which has been sitting on the market for 30 days, right? Because if the home has been sitting on the market for 30 days, most likely they get some offers, they're probably maybe a little negotiable on the price. You probably can get a good idea from the listing agent, right? How much the seller is looking for in terms of the price and the terms. But if the home is fresh, there's really nothing for you to sort of grab onto, and you gotta come in right away aggressive to make sure you take it off.
You'd rather them not have the open house. You're trying to get that home off the market before everybody comes in and it's more competitive. That's why it's very important. If you're the first person to see it, you want to come in strong with that offer and get it off the market before everybody else comes in. And the longer the home sits on the market because of the bad pricing, you're getting your seller less money. So on the listing side, it's a bigger chance for the buyer side to negotiate. Yeah. Why is that home sitting on the market for so long?
For 2 months, 3 months. Yeah.
Exactly. Is it a problem with the house? Is there something wrong with the inside?
We really got to find out what's the real market value, right? Sometimes we might show a place, and if the home is overpriced a bit, of course you're not going to go over the asking price, right? Or on the other hand, if the home is priced below the market value, yes, maybe we should go over the asking price to really make sure we take it over the market, right? So what is some of the things you do for the buyers to really make sure that you guys come up with a good, strong offer to take it over the market?
Yeah, great question. So the first thing, we do the CMA. So, we look at that area of the home that is exactly like that one, the ones that are active, pending, and sold. So we do those 3 things to get that general market value number to see if it's priced correctly. If it's in a competitive area, of course, it might go higher, but just to see what that general market value number is first.
The CML, like Jai said, it includes a first sell and also includes the ones under contract, right? So the sold one, because they sold, let's say, 6 months ago, and it went under contract, let's say 2-3 months before, that's like 9 months old value, right?
Yeah.
That's not really relevant to today's market. We look at under contract because we want to know the homes which are under contract today, they probably got under contract, let's say 2 months ago. Right, and what's up for sale, that's really the competition, right? If the buyer is not going to be able to buy this specific property, what else is available to him?
Second thing we do, I speak with the listing agent, right, and try to figure out what the seller's wants are. Because the seller's wants are, just as important as the buyer's wants. It's a two-sided of the deal, right? It's not only your client, but you got to see what the seller wants as well. So, if they want to close in a certain time period, we also check to see how long that home has been on the market. So, the longer the home has been sitting there, we got to figure out why is that. Is it because it's priced wrong? Is it because there's issues with it? Is there any, violations, any liens on it that, that's going to be issues? So we have to really figure out exactly what is up with that home and why it's sitting there. So the longer it's been sitting there, that's also a good negotiating tactic that we have.
So we just did the numbers for Natalie, right?
Yeah.
She's looking to buy multifamily in South Queens.
Yeah.
And I think after renting the 2 other units in that place, what was it, the monthly payment for?
So the monthly payment after renting out the 2 units, it came out to her paying only $1,600 a month.
For 4 bedrooms.
4 bedrooms.
In South Queens, guys, right? Yeah. I mean, if you going on rent, you're probably going to spend easy $2,500 to $3,000. In this case, she's paying $1,600. She got a backyard, she got parking, and she's paying her own mortgage. Mm-hmm. So on top of it, she got a lot of write-offs, right? The interest rate, it's it's completely deductible, taxes, all that good stuff. So pretty much, she's living in the house for free, and she owns a house and living in a beautiful place where nobody can really, kick her out of the house. So in terms of the pricing, the average list price for residential in Queens was $888. That's about 3% increase from just a year ago. For a sales price for homes sold was about $860 in Queens. It's about 5% increase from a year ago.
So the average list price for condos and co-ops was $370,000, which is 8% increase from last year. The average sold price for condos and co-ops was $350,000, which is about 4.4% increase from last year.
And then something I also see it, on the listing side as well, homes which are priced right? They go super fast. Like up recently, we put one of the houses under contract in Rosedale. Yeah. You were on the open house, right?
Yeah.
We did 2 open houses. I think we got about 7 offers, okay, on that property, and we put it under contract, in less than 2 weeks, over the asking price. The price actually we were asking $650, and it went at $660. So $10,000 extra, right? And the reason was because we actually priced it right. And you got homes which are on the market and they sitting a month or 2 months because maybe they're overpriced, right? Maybe they're not marketed properly, but usually it's the price. If the home is not priced, yes, it might stay on the market a little bit longer. That's why the numbers, they're 81 days, average days on the market. I think if the homes be priced correctly, it would be way less than that, I think. What do you think, Josh?
No, for sure. Pricing and the marketing. Those are the 2 biggest things that, why a home doesn't sell. And the longer the home sits on the market because of the bad pricing, it's a bigger chance for the buyer side to negotiate. Yeah. Why is that home sitting on the market for so long?
For 2 months, 3
exactly.
months. Yeah.
Exactly. Is it a problem with the house? Is there something wrong with the inside?
For the seller, it's not always the price.
Yeah.
Like you said, sometimes it might be a time frame, right? Sometimes it might be the terms, right? Sometimes maybe they don't want to buy to do a home inspection, or maybe they have a tenant. Sometimes they want to sell the property, with the tenants, right? So it's always good, to reach out to the listing agent and be like, hey, what's important to you? What's important to you, and what's important to the seller about selling the place? Like, what is he looking for in terms of the buyer and the terms and conditions? So that's always helps, big time. So just quick couple of tips. Number one tip is you have to really build rapport with the agent to begin with, right? If you have a good solid rapport with the agent, and he more likely will be willing to work with you and really help you out to sort of push the deal through. Second, I think it's so important to have a great banker, on board, because many times the banker actually will really help you out to sort of close the deal. And that's why we always tell all the buyers and sellers we work with, all the professionals, which are going to be part of the transactions, like, they gotta be the best. Not only the agents, but the attorney, the home inspector, the banker, right? All the guys involved, they really gotta be great, because the banker, many times, it will actually help you out to close on the deal.
So guys, to sum it up, the Queens market is hot. We hope you guys found this market update helpful. If you guys have any questions, drop it in the comments below.
Like, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.